Hey yo, what is happening guys? This is Lineage coming at you with another video. So today I got some news regarding Square Enix themselves. So Square Enix is known for making quite nice IPs with Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Dragon Quest, getting the rights to Tomb Raider as well as Hitman and Thief and Murder Soul Suspect. But of course we don't care about those games, do we? Now at the channel we care about three stuff, and that is Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, and now with Marvel too, because Square has signed a multi-game contract with Marvel. But that is all well in doubt, but then Square Enix is saying, we release Kingdom Hearts 3, but let's release a major game, which in its sense in itself, Kingdom Hearts 3 was a major game, so what could be more major than Kingdom Hearts 3? Nothing, really. With Square Enix, you cannot say that one game is more major than the other, unless it is. Basically, you put each game on each level. That's why I put Final Fantasy 15 on kind of the same level as Kingdom Hearts 3, even though I know a lot of people said Kingdom Hearts 3 is better. Okay, I love both games, okay? But forget that for now at least. We'll get back to that in another video when you guys fight with me in the comment section about it. But yes, Square Enix, my boys, the game that makes my channel thrive, have announced that there is something quite nice for us this year, not only Kingdom Hearts 3. So let's just dive straight into it. So as you can see, Square Enix releasing major game this year, promoting Avengers and Final Fantasy VII speculations. Honestly, this is going to go either way, or maybe in another entirely different way. I'll talk more about that later on in the video, but let's just read this article right here and we'll see what happens. So right here, the road to the Final Fantasy VII Remake has been a long and arduous one. That's for sure. From rumors and cancellations to team shifts to creative differences, the path of seeing a fan favorite once more hasn't been easy. The same road has also been very quiet as of late, but now that Kingdom Hearts 3 has had a little time on the shelves, it's time for Square Enix's other big projects to come to fruition. With the news that the studio has a major release dropping this year, we're hoping this means more Sephiroth goodness, my god. Square Enix president Yosuke Matsuda briefly mentioned that the company had a major game releasing slated for 2019 during a recent financial report. Looking back at the last quarter, with Tomb Raider and Kingdom Hearts 3 a wrap, Final Fantasy is another franchise in the mind that still has something in progress. Now of course that's Final Fantasy 7, and of course Square Enix's financial year begins within March, so you know that's pretty good stuff, of course. So though Matsuda-san did not delve into too much detail, he did ask investors to look forward to E3 this year for a big reveal coming then. Since the team has been hard at work on giving the highly anticipated Final Fantasy VII Remake the special touch it needed, others are speculating that the big reveal isn't the RPG franchise, but instead the super secret Avengers project alongside Crystal Dynamics. The second option definitely seems plausible, especially with Avengers Endgame making its cinematic debut later this year. To keep the hype while it's strong would be a vital to the game's success. So that would be a smart move on the part of having released the lineup. With 2019 being strong, it's nice to see 2019 is setting up an already host of incredible announcements. Personally, I've been begging for any type of regarding Final Fantasy VII project. The original game is one of those titles I will always return to because I feel like a home, and I can't wait to see the current gen graphics with additional plot additions. Now this is where I really do wonder, is it Final Fantasy VII Remake, Avengers, or something else? Now first off, we have to look at Final Fantasy VII Remake. Tetsuya Nomura has said that Final Fantasy VII Remake was actually in more further development than Kingdom Hearts 3 in certain areas such as cutscenes. As you can see, although there are parts of the Final Fantasy VII Remake further along than Kingdom Hearts 3 such as cutscenes, it is unlikely we'll share information for a while as we switch from mainly external to main internal development. I, on the other hand, am not a member of Business Division 1, so the person who is putting Business Division 1 in order concerning Final Fantasy VII Remake is Hamuguchi. Similarly, there is a Tayasu of Business Division 3. In that sense, I am like a cross-sectional mercenary, not tied to a business division. If I belong to a business division, I would basically be working full-time at a business division. So it's a system that lets me take on various jobs, including requests from other companies, and this is very true. But yes, this shows, you know, Final Fantasy VII Remake is further ahead, and Tetsuya Nomura did say that this is the year of 7. There was a questionnaire, they asked Tetsuya Nomura, what is your word of the year or sentence of the year? He said 7. And that's amazing stuff. But there is also something else into account we have to take into, and that is that it's Final Fantasy VII Remake. This, honestly, a lot of people are saying that it takes long to develop, but if you think about it, you don't want them to actually have a game that is pushed fast, because if they do that, they may have a disappointing game. And yes, I know a lot of people are saying, but Kingdom Hearts 3 had a long... But no, Kingdom Hearts 3, like I said, is an amazing game. Yes, it has its flaws. Every video game has its flaws. But to say it's a disappointment, very bad. However, Final Fantasy VII Remake, this needs as much time, because if we get a half-baked Final Fantasy VII Remake, Square will never forgive you. But of course, that is just one account, and of course Tetsuya Nomura did say that after he's finished with Kingdom Hearts 3, he is full on in development for Final Fantasy VII Remake. And also, there was that statement that was made that Final Fantasy VII Remake is being developed in a favorable manner, which means they are developing ahead of schedule, which is amazing stuff. I'm really happy about that. And of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake was slated to release within 2018. However, due to some stuff, you know, the Luminos engine, they had to push it because of Kingdom Hearts 3 and all that. So we may actually get it at the end of the year. However, there is one other game, which is the Avengers project. Now, of course, I will be talking more about another game I may think come out, maybe. So Final Fantasy is a big franchise, but what about the Avengers? Yes, the Avengers. The Avengers project is a huge thing, even though we know nothing about it, basically. Square Enix, yes, they are producing it, they are basically going to be publishers for it. They're not developing it. However, this game is going to be pretty big because of the movie that is going to come out. That's of course going to be a very big thing. And Tetsuya Nomura again has said that he is looking forward to the Avengers movie. So that means that the Avengers is also a very possible thing. We have to look at that hashtag reassemble sometime. Who knows? But honestly, what are my thoughts? I honestly think, what if it's an unannounced game? What if it's a Final Fantasy VIII remake? What if it's an actual remake of classic Final Fantasies? What if it's Final Fantasy 1 remake? Or, the most likely, what if it's not Final Fantasy? What if it's not an RPG? What if it's something completely different? What if those tech demos we have seen make its own game, such as the different types of tech demos we have seen from Square Enix? Those could be games. Or is it a new entry within a series? Will it be Final Fantasy 16? Most likely not, but it's good to hope at least. Honestly, my thoughts about this, there could be a unannounced game that they could announce. Although a lot of people are saying Square Enix takes long to develop their games, again, that is the Japanese branch, that is the Japanese division, and that was only because of the Luminos engine. After that, it went kind of smooth sailing. If you look at games such as The Quiet Man, it was announced all the way back at E3, and what happened? We got the game in November. Yeah, a lot of people hated it, but hey, it was a beautiful game. I loved it. I know a lot of people hate it. I love it. And of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Do I think it'll come out end of this year? Yes, at least part 1. The Avengers game, yes, it's a big thing for people, but in Square Enix's eyes, is it? Yes, it is. So honestly, it can go either or ways. And what if it's something unannounced? Like, maybe it is a Final Fantasy game, but it's not Final Fantasy VII Remake. What if it's like Final Fantasy versus 15? What if it's Final Fantasy versus 30? I don't know. Nomura is crazy, man. But of course, Tetsuya Nomura is not the main guy at Square. Okay, he kind of is. But there are a lot of people within Square Enix that have so much to do. And Tetsuya Nomura also said that yes, he has so much to show us, but the higher ups at Square Enix don't want him to show anything regarding Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, let's put that into perspective, and I think that at least part 1 will come out at the end of this year. But what about the Avengers project? The Avengers project, I feel, has a very highly likely chance, but I wouldn't say it has, like other YouTubers saying that the Avengers project is more likely to come out, or the other YouTubers saying that Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to come out before the Avengers project because we have more information, it's more further in development possibly, and all that. Because I take both into account that, you know, the Avengers project is not being made by Square Enix Japan. They are being made by the American branches with Crystal Dynamics, and of course Square Enix is not really making the game. They are just like publishing it, and I think they're writing the scenario. I'm not too sure, but yes, you know, there's that stuff, and I feel that that's some amazing stuff. At E3 we're gonna get some stuff, but the question remains, what are my thoughts? Do I think the Avengers project will come out first? No. Do I think the Final Fantasy VII Remake will come out first? No. I feel both of them have an equal chance of coming out, at least part 1 of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. We don't even know if it's in parts anymore. We don't know. What if they change that to make it into one huge game, like 150 gigs or more? Who knows? But certain video games such as the Avengers project, what if that's, again, what if that is more stuff? What if it has parts to it? I think that would be interesting, but it's an Avengers game, and Square Enix has multiple games, so this is what I'm thinking. Yes, the Avengers game might come out, yes, the Final Fantasy VII Remake might come out, and all that. So I personally do think that both have a very equal chance, and yet there's also a little part of me that thinks that maybe there's another announcement that Square hasn't made yet that they will reveal upcoming to E3 and then release it at the end of the year of Square Enix, which is the last quarter of the year, which is basically February, from between November, December, January, February. Those are the last quarters for Square Enix's financial year. But of course, this November and December, that's most likely because, you know, that's going to be end of the year stuff. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Share with friends, because sharing is caring. Leave a like, helps me a lot. Comment down in the comment section down below, and most importantly, subscribe to become a fellow lightning bolt. Anyway, guys, that is this first video, and as always, this is the Lightning 8. Blaze out.